Hey there, rock stars. Welcome to another drawing video. Today I'm going to make a drawing of a prairie dog. My wife asked me to make a video for her friend Ryan, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. Prairie dogs they're small animals that you can find out west, and when I went out west on vacation, I remember as a kid, I remember seeing lots of them all over the place. They would go in the holes and pop their little heads up. Really fun to watch these little crazy little critters. So to do this, what I have here is a small art card, small piece of paper, and here's about the middle of my paper. Just above where my pencil is in the middle, I'm going to make a shape that is kind of circular, like so. Then I'm going to go ahead and make a shape that kind of curves and is kind of like a big oval shape. So I have kind of a circle and kind of a oval shape. So this, of course, is going to be his head. This will be his body. I do have a picture of some prairie dogs up here on my computer screen so I can look at. And looking at the prairie dog here, he's got really small ears. They don't really stick up. You see his little nose is kind of flat here. I'm going to go ahead and make a little U shape for where his nose would be. See that? Next, I'm going to make a little shape for where it would be kind of like an ear. And then I'm going to make a line that comes down, and I'm going to make his little mouth. So as I'm doing the video, you can always just hit pause and kind of look closer and look for details. When you're drawing, you're always trying your best. I'm going to make his eyeball here now. So I just made kind of a circle, and then it's just kind of a smiley face, frown face. So when you're drawing things like this, you're looking at it. This is kind of like a little U shape. Think line down, small line, small line. Try to simplify all these shapes. Next, I'm going to make his neck kind of come down. Here's his shoulders. There's his little chin. And now I feel like it looks funny here, so I'm going to do something here to make it his shape of his nose kind of curve here. And then there's going to be just kind of a little bump. Shoot. See, I even mess up. Sometimes everyone makes a little mistake. I'm good with that. I just made a little curve and then just a little bitty bump. Next, I want to put a couple lines there. Just a couple small lines coming up from his nose. So it's kind of like his nose kind of curves up over his head almost. Next, I'm going to look at his arms. So notice I'm doing one thing at a time. You can't just all of a sudden draw something. I'm looking at one step at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and make an arm here. To make the arm, pretty much watch my pencil. There's like an arm here, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to make kind of this shape here for the arm. So his arms are just kind of hanging. I'm looking at this picture right up here. Looking at it, his arms, shoulders kind of come and curves. He has shoulders, kind of like a person, really. And then it comes down. His little hand kind of curves a little bit. You saw the other little arm kind of hanging down, like so. The arms I just made just kind of like little oval shapes, nothing fancy. So then I'm going to go ahead and make that one a little longer. I don't want one to seem to be longer. So like one arm is longer than the other, they should be about the same. So then I'm going to make he's sitting on his butt. His little feet are sitting behind here, and draw his little feet sticking out. His body comes down, draw a little shape of a foot coming out there. Look at that, little foot. And now he does have small little fingers, and I'm just gonna make little points for claws. I'm not drawing fingers even. And I'm not being lazy, it's just that they're so small I can't see it. So I just made little points for his little claws. Now I'm already coloring. I mean, basically. So he's sitting in some grass, or he's popping out of a hole. Regardless, I'm gonna need some brown, and yep, that'll work good. So I'm gonna use just this regular brown here. I'm gonna color in his back. His chest is a lighter color, so I'm gonna try to not color in this area right here. So I'm gonna do everything else kind of with this brown. So you can hit fast forward if you want, and just move ahead and see how it looks, and hit pause if you wanted to. But I'm just kind of shading in a little bit right now with this brown. I didn't realize that prairie dogs were endangered species. I thought there's lots of them all over the place. I'll have to do some research, I guess, and learn a little bit more about these little rascals. I know that they sometimes can be a nuisance for people that have animals and cattle and such, because they make holes and then their cows can step in a hole and then they can break their legs. So I just kind of colored in lightly. I'm going to use a kind of apricot peach sort of color, and you could use crayons for this. You don't have to have colored pencils. Whatever that you have is fine. So I'm coloring in his little chest a little bit there. Ooh, okay. It almost looks like the same color. I have a darker brown, and I'm going to try to push some darker brown now in some places, because it's kind of getting washed out and all the same. So I'm putting a little darker brown under his chin, darker brown inside of his ears, sort of, a little bit on his head. You'll see here in 1 second. I'll show you. Just kind of coloring a little bit in some places, but I don't want it to be all the same. That's the thing. I don't want all the same color. I'm trying to put darks in dark areas and light areas. And I think that works. I'm going to take a black. Oh no, I don't have a black. There's a black. Sharpen her up. I can't believe I wasn't prepared. I'm going to make his eyeball black. I'm going to make the lines around his eyes with the black. I'm going to make the lines of his mouth and nose there black. I'm going to make some black underneath his chinny chin there. Outline his arms with some black, and a little bit on his back with the black. So just so I can see where his arms are coming, just to maybe even his claws. I'll make his claws black. What are you thinking? That's what you're thinking too? Okay. Some claws, and then he's gonna be sitting in some grass. Or should I make a hole? I'm gonna say this guy, he's just kind of like he's crawling to another hole or something. So he's in some tall grass. Not too tall though, because it is out west, and it's springtime, so the grass is gonna be nice and green. Because right now it's kind of wintry here where I live, and I'd like to cheer up and have some bright green grass. Look at that. And then I'm going to do a sky and some clouds. Whenever I draw, I always want to have it, make it look finished. So I'm going to make some clouds. I'm going to use a sky blue. I'm going to press hard, and then I'm going to get light as they come down. So on the top of the paper, I'm going to press hard, really hard, and get nice and bright for the first 1/4 of an inch, first 1/4 of an inch, real dark. I'll show you here. And I really like working on these art cards because I can work fast. Make some clouds here. I like a nice day with, not a cloudy day, but like the clouds that are out when it's a really nice day outside. I really like to see a nice weather day here again. I miss them. I miss those pretty days. It's been gloomy and rainy, and now it's really cold outside around here. Ooh, yeah. That's coming along well. Well. Look at that. There's a little sky blue. Now, the thing is, when you're drawing, I'm always trying to look at details. and I'm always trying my best. And as long as you're trying your best, then it's good. There's nothing wrong with that. If you try your best, then you should be proud of yourself. This is my prairie dog. See you later. Good luck.